We've got Craig Badura of the winning Aurora Huskies, the state champs in Class B. Let's go back day one. You guys sit on a 300. Did you think these guys had 300 in them to start with?
You know, earlier in the year we shot 295 at St. Paul. I know it's not as long, 6,000 yards, but you still got to put the ball in the hole. Won 3 tournaments in a row, kind of lost our mojo, you know, and I challenged the guys when we came back and pulled in the parking lot. I said, you got 1 shot left. You got 4 seniors. This is it. Let's go out, put up a good number. You know, we got 2 kids that are really long, and I knew they'd be able to take advantage of these conditions. And boy, to put 2 days together, even the first day, you know, shoot 300. Caleb was a little upset because he said, I wish I had known that last putt on 18 was for, you know, 299. He said I would have hit it harder. But, you know, to shoot like that the first day was just an amazing experience.
But then at some point, the fact that you're sitting on a 7-shot lead as a team for these guys has to set in at some point. But you told me before the round that these guys were remarkably loose.
They plugged the aux cord in the van this morning and turned it up loud. And Coach wanted to turn it down, as old as I am, and I'm like, nope, just let it ride. And Coach Herman and I talked a lot about last night about how to keep them low key, and we just said go do everything the same. So I showed up this morning late, 5 minutes. You know, we were rushed coming in here for Ryan to get warmed up, and we just challenged him again. Said, don't worry about your number yesterday, just go play. It's going to be a different course, different pins. And they tucked some pins and to shoot 305 today. I was even more proud, probably the 300, considering conditions and the pressure.
You know, and for the rain that's been here, so everything was nice and soft. That obviously had a nice help.
It did, and you know, my top 3 worked the ball really well on the greens, and they've been kind of upset. They'll play York, they don't check real well for them, so their yardages are a little off. And to be able to throw it in there and spin it back and get your wedge distances dialed in, I think it was just a great confidence builder for these guys the 2 days.
Then we also have the individual champion. You guys are breaking records everywhere. You never won a team title in golf. You get that. You get an individual title, and it's Caleb, your son. Yeah. How cool is that? First of all, just to have an individual champion in Aurora?
Yeah, it's amazing. And I knew it was coming down the stretch, and he struggled a little bit on 10, took a double, and I was out chasing the players. And I told him, he said to me exactly. He said, I think I might have shot myself out of him. I said, you're not out of this. Let's grind. And goes birdie, lips one out on 13, and ends up getting 1 down the stretch, and you know, made a great putt on 18 there to finish. And pretty special as a dad when you're teaching your kids. They're 5, 6 years old. I talk about that very much, but you know, and seeing him write in his goal book that he wanted to win a state championship, so that's pretty awesome. It
takes more than just 1 or 2 guys. You guys go 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Levi ends up getting Alex at the very end, and I heard it was the roar on 17 that got it for him.
Yeah, Levi, I think he topped his drive off the box. He's been smoking it all day. It was a stripe show, and he ends up hitting a 2nd shot down there. I think he has about a $140 in. Was watching, I should have had it on video, and it hits about 6 feet in front, and I'm like, go in, and dropped in. So I was hollering thinking it was an albatross, and so what a great shot for him. And that kid came out there and just performed his guts out. You know, we missed him last year, and to get him to come back this year was pretty special and do what he did.
And Alex as well, down the stretch, you know, he was the guy that was 3 under on the front 9 yesterday. He was in that last group, a senior kind of anchor in that thing. Down the stretch had to be great.
Can't say enough good things about Alex. I mean, you know, from when he was a freshman, he grounded out, and he comes to and plays his sophomore, junior, senior years, just does really well. Last year had a great year at state, medaled here, and then to come in and perform again in the last group today, you know, he'd been struggling a little bit with his swing, and I just told him I think it's a lot mental, and so, you know, I think he focused on the positive, and he got out here, and with his length, you get your wedges dialed in, you can score, and he did that.
And then the last guy, not the last guy, but the 4th guy to score is maybe the most important, and you got just enough from Ryan Gertz.
You know, and that's what I told Coach, and I told my wife at the start of the season. I said, you know, we can be top 3, I think, in state. We got to have a 4 guy, and that's so essential. And you know, hats off to Carter too, because those guys traded out there middle of the season. Carter shoots, you know, he had PRs this year, shot 82 at Holdridge. So just the way we gelled, I think, as a team the last 2-3 weeks of the season was pretty special.
Yeah, and Carter, another senior that has been around here, and you know, it's kind of fun to kind of watch those guys kind of up close, I guess, at Poco Creek when we were there for the Adams Central duel, just to kind of see how they interacted with each other. It was pretty fun.
And they are, and you know, I've always said, you know, Levi and Carter, the wrestlers. I'll take wrestlers on my golf team any day because the 2 sports are very similar, where it's a mental grind, and so those 2 just grind their guts out, and great things happen for us.
How much fun was these last 2 days just to be around the group, around this group of parents? We've got a nice little gallery that has gathered here now as these guys have finished.
I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as I should have. You know, it's a little stressful, but after yesterday, I just, you know, Coach and I really just talked to each other and said, calm down, let's enjoy the moment. We really preached it up to the kids and said, enjoy this moment. This is special, what you're doing right now. You got 1 opportunity, and we said, why not us? And I sent them a text last night, probably about 9 o'clock before they hit the sack, and I said, why not us? You know, Aurora, we've never won one. Let's go win one and do it. We're hot right now, and you know, we got hot 4 weeks ago and had a good ride, and we ended the season on a high note.
This is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Now we've got the individual champion, Caleb Badura. Caleb, this has got to be a great feeling. So can you put into words what this gold medal means for you?
Oh, it's just awesome. All the hard work over all the years I played golf. It's just all the hard work paid off for one day. It's just awesome.
Take us through the round yesterday. 74, so you're sitting at 2 over after yesterday. So you end up in the third to last group. Did that actually maybe take a little bit of pressure off today?
Yeah, it did. I hit the ball well yesterday. I just didn't make any putts, just right on the edge. So I knew if I could go out and play my game like I did, I could have a chance today.
You had a really nice front nine, 1 under on that front nine, and then 10. Take us through that. It was a double bogey, but a great bounce back. But what happened on 10?
So I hit it left, and I had taken unplayable in the grass. So I punched out, and then was off the back of the green, and then 2-putted for a double. It was kind of a blessing in disguise, honestly, because it just motivated me to make some more birdies. It kind of woke me up.
Kind of refocus a little bit, and then down the stretch, you play 16 really well, 17 you got great, and then 18 you're right up there too.
Yeah, 18 I sprayed one right, had to punch out, had about 50-yard shot into a really tough pin, and put it within 6 feet, downhill right to left slider, and drained it.
So how cool was that? Just to know that this might be for a title, it might not be. You still got 6 guys behind you. 3 of them have a chance to catch you, but to be able to post that score with that putt, what was that feeling like?
Yeah, I knew if I could post 2 under, even 1 under, I would have a good shot. So I just knew if I make that putt, I could probably win it.
We talked a little bit on Prep Huddle Live about this, but you get to play for your dad as the high school coach. How has that dynamic been, and what's it like to be able to come home with a gold medal around your neck?
He's taught me the game, and he's a great coach, not for the team, but also individual. And it's just awesome to see him win a state title as a coach, because no one really thought we would. So it's just awesome.
All right, congratulations, man.
Thanks.